Good morning to one and all. I welcome you to yet another session on spoken English. Education is important to improve yourself, but learning English also improves the quality of life. Fluency in English helps you broaden your world from job opportunities to the ability to relate with people from different countries. Today we'll be covering three topics. Let's start with our lesson. Basics of English. When we speak basics of English, the first thing that we'll start with will be vowel pronunciation. We all know what are the vowels: A, E, I, O, U. These are called the vowels in English. All English letters are called the consonants. In pronunciation or in vowel pronunciation, there are two forms: the short vowels and the long vowels. The short vowels, to identify short vowels, the rule is it's typically spelled in one vowel letter, which means there will be one vowel in that word. Examples: bat, red, it, hot, up. If you see these examples, there are one vowel in these words. Bat, A is the vowel. Red, E is the vowel. It, I is the vowel, and so on. And if you see the pronunciation, it's short. Bat, it's not bat, it's bat. Red, it's not eat, it's it. See the pronunciation? It's short. The next set of vowels or next set of pronunciation is the long vowels. Here the key to identify long vowels, they are typically spelled with two vowel letter. Examples are boat, made, air, green, and so on. If you notice, the pronunciation are longer here. It's boat, it's not boat, it's boat. O and A, both vowels are coming together and it has a long pronunciation. There are another set of examples there: ride, made, tide. See, what is the difference between the first set of example and the second set? In first set, boat, here both the vowels have a long pronunciation. In second set, only the first vowel has the long pronunciation. In ride, only I has a long pronunciation, whereas E has a shorter pronunciation. Why is this? Because when a consonant comes in between two vowels, then the first vowel will have the long pronunciation. So, taking the example ride, here the consonant D comes in between I and E. So, I will have a long pronunciation and E will have a short pronunciation. Same with made. Here A will have the longer pronunciation and E will have the short pronunciation. Why? Because the word D comes in between two vowels, which is A and E. So these are the long vowels or the pronunciation or long pronunciation pronounced vowels. There are always exceptions to English language. We have all heard the famous sentence that English is a funny language. Well, yes. Why? Because there are still some words or some words in English which do not follow the pronunciation rules. It's an interesting fact that only 85% of English words follow the pronunciation rules. The rest 15% does not follow. Well, I've given examples also. The first example is broadcast. See, even though two vowels comes together, O and A, still it has a short pronunciation. Broadcast. Said. A and I is together in this word, still it has a short pronunciation. Bread. E and A are together vowels, but still has a short pronunciation. We'll never say bread, it is bread. Said and broadcast. So these are some of the exceptional words which are exempt from these pronunciation rules. So now you may be thinking, how will we understand whether a word is exempt of these rules or whether a word you should pronounce in a short way or in a longer way? How will I understand that? Well, it's very simple. With practice. You need to practice with these 85% of English words which follows pronunciation, and automatically you will come to know what are those 15% words which does not follow the rules. So basically learning English language is all about practice, usage and observation. So that is vowels. Our next lesson or our next part in this lesson is on the first, second and the third person. Often we have heard he is speaking in a third person or he is the first person. What does this mean? Well, I'll give you an example. First person, suppose I am talking with my friend Ram. So, here I will be the first person and Ram will be the second person. Now, who will be the third person? The person on whom I am talking about. Suppose I am talking to Ram about Sita. So, I'll be the first person, Ram will be the second person and Sita will be the third person. So, if you notice the picture there, you can see the first person is the girl who is talking, the second person is the boy who is listening to that girl, and the third person is a person who is a little far off and is listening to that conversation. She might be talking about that third person. So this is how you understand what is first, second and third person. But yes, in English we also have to keep in mind the subject that we are talking about is in singular form or in plural form. Singular, you know what is singular. Singular means one thing or a single thing, a single subject or an object. Plural is more than one. So here, if first person, if we are talking in first person, if it's singular subject or singular, then we'll use I, me, my and mine. Not like sentences like I am going to the park. That is my brother. See, this is for I am talking here. The first person is talking. The words used will be I, me, my and mine. Suppose if we are talking in plural sense, plural means more than one. If I'm talking about myself and my friends who is standing with me. So I'll say, we are going to the park. Still I'm talking in first person. We are going to the park. Please pass us the bowl. So this is plural, first person plural. Now second person singular. You just have to remember one word, you. It's the same in singular and in plural. Have you done your homework? Where is your bag? She is yours. See, this is now in second person. This is the second person form. Here, the word we have to keep in mind is you. You, your and yours. In plural also and in singular also. Now, coming to the third person. In singular, if you're using in singular sense, then he, she, it, him, her, his, her, hers, and its. These are the words which we use in singular. And in plural, we use they, them, their, and theirs. See, in third person, if I'm talking about a third person to my friend, so I'll say, he is going to come to the party, or she have not done the homework. Or if I'm talking about object, it is, we'll use it or its normally. And if I'm talking about a third person which is more in number or more than one in plural, then they are coming to the party. I have told them to close the door, or I have told them to attend the lectures. So these are the sentences used in plural form for third person. So that is in short about first, second and third person. In first person, I'll repeat, it is I, me, my, mine. And second person, in singular, it is you, your and yours. In third person, the person whom you're talking about, that will be he, she, it, him, her, his, hers, her and its. So first person, the person who's talking. Second person, to whom that person is talking. And third person, about whom they are talking about. So this is first, second and third person. Now going to our third part in this lesson. The basic difference between this, that, these and those. Very often we use these words in our conversations. But we should be very careful when we use these words, because it matters if the subject that you're talking about is in singular, or if it is near, or if it is far off. The grammar also changes depending on that. So here, from the picture, we can try to explain with the help of the picture. See, in the picture you can see the girl having an apple in her hand. So there we'll say this is an apple. And the next picture where the apple is kept a little far off. Because we have kept it a little far off, we'll use that. This is always used for singular object which is kept near to us. Singular and near. This is an apple, but if that apple is kept a little far off, see in the picture it's kept a little far off on the table, then in singular, and still it's singular, just one apple. So we'll use that is an apple because it is far off. Next it is plural. Again, for an object which is kept nearby but more in number, plural. Then in the picture you can see the girl is holding a basket full of apples. So then it is these are apples. And the next picture shows the same basket is placed on a table a little far off. Then again it is plural, it's a basket full of apples. Then you'll use those. Those are apples. So in short, if you're having the object very near to you, you will use this. And if it is singular also, you will use this. So an object which is near to you plus a singular object, one object. Then this, an object which is far off to you, a singular object which is far off from you, then that. The same object which is more in number and very near to you, these. The same object which is plural, more than one, a little far off from you, then those. So this is an apple, that is an apple, these are apples, those are apples. So this is a basic difference between this, that, these and those. So I hope today's 3 lessons are very clear to you. You will be having a link shared with you in next couple of hours. It will be an assignment link and a test link. Kindly complete the assignment link first and then proceed to the test link. So with that we can wind up, promising to learn more, to keep your ears open, tune your ears to words, to conversations in English, read more and practice more, because practice make man perfect. Thank you so much.